On Easter Sunday, our great treasure is good news. After the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary, mother of James, went to see the tomb. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord, descending from heaven, came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. For fear of him, the guards shook and became like dead men. But the angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid. I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has been raised, as he said. Come see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples, he has been raised from the dead, and indeed, he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him. This is my message for you." So they left the tomb quickly with fear and great joy and ran to tell his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them and said, "Greetings." And they came to him, took hold of his feet, and worshiped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." Over the past few weeks during the Lenten season, we've talked about treasures. We've talked about treasures that you can hide away or store in a treasure chest. These are treasures that you can touch. But the most important treasures are invisible treasures, and they are the treasures of our heart. Jesus was the most precious treasure, and he's the treasure that can't be contained. Jesus taught good news. He is good news. And good news is the best invisible treasure of all. Good news can feel like butterflies in your stomach. Good news can be a smile on your face. Or it could be sad or happy tears in your eyes. One of the best things about the good news of Jesus is that we can share it with other people. We can follow Jesus and remember what he's taught us about taking care of people around us. And that is the best good news of all, and the best treasure that we can share. Love holds no boundaries, and it is Jesus' gift to us, our most important invisible treasure. Let's think about this good news with Leslie McAllister.
Hey everyone, what a beautiful story we just heard, the story of Easter. So we're going to act it out on our mats. So go ahead and come to a seated position on your mat, and then begin to lay all the way down onto your mat, coming onto your back. And we're going to imagine that we are the three women at the gravesite, and we see the angel appear. So begin with your arms at your sides, your feet together, and just like we're making snow angels, we're going to inhale and widen the arms and legs out as if we're making wings, and exhale and close them back up. 2 more times, moving nice and slow. Inhale, spread your wings, and exhale, bring them back together. And then last time, inhale, open your wings, and our chest, wrap our arms around our legs, and just start to rock and roll on your mat, just like that rock that's moving away from the grave. We're going to inhale all the way up, come to your seated position, and then we're going to come to a kneeling position on your mat. So first we're going to come onto our tippy toes, and the angel tells the women that Jesus rose from the grave. So we're going to slowly, on your tippy toes and then coming onto your feet, lift your hips up, release your head and neck, and then bending your knees, roll slowly all the way up to standing so that you reach your arms up, and even see if you can come onto your tippy toes, lifting all the way up to the heavens. Hold, and then exhale, take your feet down, your hands to heart center in front of you. Bow down just for a moment. And then Jesus comes to the disciples. So let's come back to hands and knees on the mat. We're going to go ahead and take our left leg in front of us, the foot between the hands, and then take one hand and then the other up onto the leg. Begin to wiggle that foot forward a little bit so that you come onto your heel, straightening through the leg. Take your hands down on the earth. Inhale and lift through your heart, and exhale and bow down, just as the disciples bowed down when they saw Jesus appear before them. Go ahead and slowly release that knee. Take that knee back underneath your hips, and then take the right foot in front of you between the hands. Take one hand and then the other up, and then begin to wiggle that foot forward. Come onto the heel. Think about pushing that heel forward on your mat, and release your hands toward the earth. Inhale and lift through your heart center, and exhale and bow down, just like the disciples, releasing through your head and neck. Taking your time there, let's go ahead and take that knee back underneath us, coming to a kneeling position with your knees about hips distance apart. We're going to inhale, bring our hands up to the sky, look up, and then exhale, take your hands into cactus pose so that you're lifting your heart and your throat up to the sky and thinking of that wonderful good news that Jesus brought to us, the gift of love that we can share with others. Inhale, lift your hands up, and then exhale, take your hands back to heart center. Bring that good news, that feeling of love, that gift from Jesus into your heart center. Bow down your chin slightly. And then as you exhale, begin to take your hips back over your heels. Release your hands around the backs of your feet, and allow your forehead to come to the earth, maybe rolling it gently from one side to the other as you receive that good news and enjoy that love in your heart. Thank you all, and have a happy Easter.
Let's close with a prayer. Risen Christ, you are the best news in the world. Your love for us is our greatest treasure. We rejoice in your resurrection story. Help us find ways to share good news with the people around us and to share your treasure far and wide. Amen. Happy Easter, everyone. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Share your good news today.